Today, 1st of July 2024, the former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani has issued a warning to President Bola Tinubu. He warned him against repeating the mistake of his predecessor, the former President Muhammadu Buhari, in the area of appointment. Sani said, unlike Buhari, Tinubu's appointment should be based on competence. Featuring on Channels Television Sunday Politics, the former lawmaker accused Buhari of nepotism while in office. Stressing that nepotism was at its peak, Sani wondered why some ministers were in office for 8 years under Buhari. According to Sani, I will advise President Tinubu to be careful not to make the mistakes of President Buhari, and I believe he is experienced to understand this. Under President Buhari, you have ministers that were appointed into office for the whole of 8 years, while they were with him for the first tenure and the second tenure, and there was no cabinet reshuffled, no remover. Even if there was a remover, it takes 3 to 4 months to replace a minister. That was the way the country was governed. Under Buhari, we have seen nepotism at its peak, where people were appointed into office and left there even if they did nothing. The service chiefs were retained in office despite their failures, and by returning them, they discovered the careless of those who behind them for many years. Many officers were retired to appoint one a person. In another news headline, Sani also warned that alleged moves by northern political leaders to unseat President Bola Tinubu in 2027 may lead to serious friction with the southern part of the country. Sani issued the warning while speaking on an Arise TV program on Thursday, June 27, 2024, according to observers. The schemers have identified former President Muhammadu Buhari as a rallying point to execute their plans. Though the Doe said they visited the former president to pay Salah homage, there has been rumors of a purported discussion about the 2027 election. Also, El-Rufai met with the former Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso, raising suspicions of a possible realignment ahead of the next election. Atiku Abubakar paid surprise visit to the former President Muhammadu Buhari in Daura. Meanwhile, Sani has warned that the seeming gang-up of northern politicians against Tinubu will spark a similar movement in the southern part of the country, which may lead to desecration of Nigeria. There is evidence of rallying of forces, regrouping of forces, political forces from the north, trying to use the former President Buhari as a rallying point to evict the government of Shehu Ahmed Tinubu. And they hope to resurrect this political chance in the house of the masses and portray the government as one that has been undermining the North and one that has been living up to its campaign promises to the region, being that it has its highest vote from there. And I must warn that attempt to do so, that will create a serious problem for our country, Nigeria. Buhari was in power for 8 years, and there has never been any serious southerner that challenged his own government in terms of trying to remove him from office. And secondly, he should know that before you think of power, we should think of the whole country. We should think of a united country, a peaceful country. Nigeria is still a fragile nation. What will happen if southern politicians decided to also form the idea of uniting themselves and making a position that this is their stand? There will be no Nigeria. So they should, in the interest of unity of the country and the future of the country, sacrifice their personal ambition, at least for 2027. The North the North will have the moral right to ask for power after the second term of this administration. This dispensation of power will not be good for the person or for the region, I meant to say, for the unity and collective peace of our country as a nation, the former senator said. So guys, let's hear from you. I'm dropping it here. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Thank you.